Peace, love, energy, and light, family. Helito, helito. How's everybody doing? All right. Today is, I think, April 22nd, I think. I hope. The day after that pagan holiday everyone calls Easter. I hope everyone who linked up with their family yesterday got a chance to get close to the family and speak some truth and break some paradigms. One of my highly respected uncles came today, one of the oldest, yesterday. And he thought we were African. Kind of find out, I had a great great grandfather who owned slaves. Yeah. And I'm trying to tell him, what does that got to do with us not being indigenous to the land? I don't care if you did or if you didn't own slaves. Indians owned slaves. Like, back in the day, our slavery, when indigenous people did slavery, it was like indentured servants. It was work. It was, usually some of the families had to buy slaves to reunite families back together. And it wasn't, not all of our ancestors that owned slaves whipped their slaves, beat their slaves, and tortured their slaves. So I want that to be known, and I wanted him to know that. He's still on Jesus Christ, and I said, "How you worship a white Jesus?" "No, I don't worship a white Jesus. That's it's Joshua." All right, but you're still saying Jesus Christ as if there were J's made back in them times. And he said, "Well, black Jesus, it doesn't matter about the white Jesus." I said, it really does matter. Because first and foremost, giving your energy, your spiritual energy, your ancestral energy to another ancestor is not good. It's not working. It won't work. It won't provide you with the assistance from your ancestors you need, because you're not asking for help, or you're not speaking to the right ancestors at all. So with that said, just like Easter and these other pagan holidays, if you continue to celebrate these holidays, if you so-called are broken, like, "Oh, I know this isn't a holiday, but it gets the family together," you guys better pick another day to get the family together, because when you conjure up on these certain days for these certain pagan events, you're conjuring energy for them. You're conjuring spiritual energy for the pagan gods, the pagan energies, the pagan energy, the pagan stars. You don't want to celebrate on their days. You don't want to give energy on their days. You want to give energy on your days, your family days, your ancestral days, which is every day. Just like so-called 420, which was, Hitler's birthday, but they try to say, "Oh, it's the day you smoke weed." Like, no, we smoke our herb every day. We used to eat with our herb every single day. We mixed our herb. It was just like oregano, and we mixed it, like oregano parsley. We mixed it with our herbs, and we set it in our cabinet. And only when it got dried out, take it out of the cabinet. "Oh, this old herb." We'll grind it up, put it in the ground, put it in a pipe, or put it in some leaf and smoke it. It's our herb, our spiritual herb. It spiritually get us connected. It helps you love. It helps you connect. It helps you meditate. It is not a drug. People need to understand that. They try to prohibitionize the prohibition. So, prohibitionize, is that even a word? Fuck it. I said. So when they tried to publicize. Well, they had to put a prohibition on weed, cannabis, just like they did alcohol, but they brought alcohol back, and they were still, smuggling alcohol on the tables. Shout out to Atlantic City. Shout out to Midget Marley. He used to run Atlantic City back in the day. He's a very humble, well-spoken, very more enlightened brother now. I would love to get back up with him. He turned over to Nation of Islam. Seen him on this little mad praying. That was beautiful to see him, get from, the underground world back to, try to spiritually find itself. So that's beautiful. Shout out to Midget Marley. Yeah, this was like 6, 7, 8 years ago when I ran to him. As soon as he came home, yeah, welcome home again. And it just shows that anyone can change. Anyone can, because it's going to be hard to take the truth, because if you've been lied to your whole life, it's going to be hard to know what's real or not, to a certain extent. That's if you use the mind that was adulterated. So when you can't think with the mind, you use your heart. Your heart is the strongest organ in your body. Your skin is also an organ. It works all the time, especially connecting with the sun and the stars with the cosmos to also intertwine codes. That's why after 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, it's like your ghost man come out, like your extra spirit come out to also accumulate. And like that's why most artists do most of their work after 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. Because, it's like the stars give us extra energy, starlight, in the cosmos. Because when you understand, our retinas aren't like little flat little circles. They're like little interdimensional portals that absorb light. So when you understand that your retina looks like a black hole or looks like a, interdimensional graph of energy infinitely recycling through as like the same energy field as the planet has. Like a vortex, something like a cup, and how it goes in and it comes throughout the bottom. The bottom's just like the top, and it's like a round force field around it, like a spear, and there's like a inner hole in the middle, and that's where the energy just comes out and just infinite, like the sideways letter A. So with positive energy, you guys, like just smile, so they know when you're explaining this how ignorant they are when they dispute this. Cause don't get mad and get because then they'll be like, oh, all right, now you're right, and they'll exclude it. But you gotta smile at them now. No, you've been lied to. You've been lied. They tell you a lie. Because my uncle is a professor. I have a couple of professors in my family, but I tell them straight up, if you have a scholarship and you're a scholar, like you've been told, you went to school or college, you've been told all your information. We've been told most of our information. So what idea and what thought is really yours? You feel what I'm saying? So you must re-educate, reprogram your mind, spirit, body, and soul to the frequency our grandparents, our ancestors were, our autonomous ones. The American Indians, we always spoke in tongues for a reason. We spoke with the birds. We spoke with the frequencies of like the other animals. We knew what to growl or grope or yelp. We knew how to yelp, how long to yelp, how many times to yelp, and what it meant. The stress signal, cry for help signal, the animals we used different tongues. They blinded us with the English language so they can manipulate us with words. That's why it's very, very, very important to know the origins of words. So, man, it's like if you're around wherever you go, just talk to people, explain this, That's why I always wear my war bonnet, usually when I'm going out, because we're at a time of war. What better time to wear it than when we're at war, when we're out here speaking to the community, fighting a spiritual war with these program media and program religion. And so, yeah, I've had to wear that war bond so people know it's not a game out here. It draws attention, it draws people, and they ask questions. It's sad how my own people are the ones. Well, I understand I do live over here by D.C., so they would see why they think I'm a Redskin fan. But as y'all can see, I'm a Raven fan. Shout out to the Ravens. But shout out to the Redskins, too, because they do have the indigenous emblem. So that's why Redskins, since that's the home team, that's my second favorite team. Oakland's my third favorite team. I love that color. Yes, I know. Oh, well, he still watches football. I don't watch TV. I don't even watch TV for real. The only distraction and connection that I say that I really have is football. And I don't think that's that big of a distraction to a certain extent. That's another pedestal, a platform where people can actually turn against them and say something if they choose to. Like, kind of like Kaepernick in that way, in that sort of way, but do it with the right agenda and not under your own agenda, Masonic agenda, but do it for people. Like Isaiah Thomas and other people. Like, if you in the NFL and you start saying, hey, we indigenous, we have aborigines, we not black, and you tell the people, like, that can actually, the NFL can actually start something. Like, shout out to Joe Hayden. He went to Friendly High School, went to Lackey High School. Our schools were playoff rivals. But shout out to Joe Hayden, baby. If you out here, and I hope you know the truth, man, tell these people something. Shout out to Donald Darby. Shout out to him. I know his family. Shout out to Donald. Graduated from Potomac High School. Dude, call your aunt. Call your cousin. They'll let you know a little something about the Aborigine. That's a little something you should know, and tell the birds, tell your people. Tell them people, y'all get this out there. Who else? Good God. There's a lot of people. What shout out to Morgan Green. Shout out to Antoine Smith. Shout out my man Antoine. Y'all there in the CFL doing this little thing. Not the CFL, the arena football. He doing arena football. One of the top D-backs out there. Yeah, man. Y'all get these platforms. Y'all speak this truth. Shout out to Moats. Shout out to the Moats brothers. Anthony Moats, Art Moats. Shout out to Mr. Moats, their father, who also teaches at Lackey High School. Man, he's a great guy. Good man. Good man. Great guy. Good for the kids. Good for the children. I have to go back into, like, it's a lot of due diligence we have to do to link out, because, a lot of these people won't get this information, here knowledge, so we have to bring it to the forefront, It isn't like this is being taught. We have to bring it to the forefront, Shout out to a rack of folks, man. Everybody that came from the D.C., Maryland area, shout out Torrey Smith. Torrey. You should know, nigga. You went to Maryland University. You should know. But yeah, dude, if you're an athlete, man, and you're gifted and you're blessed with that ability to get on that platform, speak your piece. Speak your truth. Don't be afraid to speak your truth, dude. Because trust me, it's a whole new world that comes after that. It's a whole new legacy that comes after that. Because we're responsible for our own asses, you guys. So let's work as a village, as a tribe to get it together. I love y'all so much, man. Words can't describe what the energy will. I'll die for this. I'm going to die for this. For my people, for my bloodline, for our land. The Americas. Shout out to all the ancestors and the matriarch. All right, guys, push this love and positive energy. One love. And I'm out.